Tens of thousands of people took to the streets of Niš, Serbia, on March 1, 2025, in a powerful display of public anger and frustration following the tragic railway station roof collapse in November that claimed 15 lives. The protest, which marks the latest in a series of mass demonstrations, has grown into a national outcry over what many see as corruption tied to President Aleksandar Vučić's administration. What started as a student blockade at state universities in December has now expanded to include teachers, farmers, and workers from across the country, all demanding accountability and justice. Protesters are calling for the government to release documents related to the collapse, which they believe was a result of corrupt practices. Vučić's government has promised an anti-corruption campaign, but critics argue that this is just a political maneuver. In the streets of Niš, protesters are not only seeking justice for the victims but are also demanding broader political reforms. Protesters like Vuk Branković see the movement as a hopeful sign for Serbia's future, especially for the younger generation that has taken to the streets in force. He believes that the youth are driving the demand for a better life and better governance, and they will be the ones to shape the future of the country. Zoran Kamenić echoed these sentiments, stating that the protests aim to create a new state built on justice, not to destroy it, as some have claimed. The protesters are also demanding that the charges against the student protesters be dropped, alongside an increase in funding for higher education, which they believe is key to the country's future. The rallies in Niš and across Serbia represent a call for change, one that seeks to address the deep-rooted issues of corruption and governance that many feel have held the country back. As the protests continue, it's clear that the movement has gained significant momentum, with citizens united in their demand for justice, transparency, and a brighter future for Serbia.
All of this is so clean and so honest in what is happening. What has been initiated has a healing effect on our people, and I think that although they may not completely eradicate the deeply rooted socio-pathological issues present, as it is a huge job, they may at least initiate something in that direction. This is important for all of Serbia because it brings back hope. You know, it all starts with young people. Young people are here, and young people will stay. They are the ones who are driving the idea of a better life and a better place to live. They are the people who will work everywhere and whom we will meet every day. And therefore they are the people who should bring a much better situation to this country. The objective is not, as some assert, the destruction of the state. Rather, it is the creation of a state, one distinct from that which was created before. This endeavor is driven by the emerging generations, currently completing their education, and regrettably, taking to the streets in pursuit of the justice that previous generations failed to achieve.